Hello, welcome to Sam's Models. So today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. You'll see in one of my previous videos I've customised and redone the DAF lorry, and when I actually bought this lorry in particular, it was a very blurry picture on eBay, but I did notice that it had this just on the back, Jaguar E-Type. Just in this condition here, without the wheels. It's been overpainted because it's obviously had a good life and been played with and well worn. It's missing its canopy. This one comes with a plastic roof with a faux canopy there, or you can have like the roof down with it all like folded down here. So there's two options here, and then it's got a windscreen coupled with the dashboard, and the steering wheel goes in the dashboard there. But I just thought this, when it was, when I got it, was all knackered. But I paid £1.99 for this. I was looking for this lorry, and this was on the back. And I recognised it from its shape because, E-Type Jag is an iconic shape. And I thought, no way. And it's dinky as well. So this was my first purchase of a dinky, and I wasn't even looking for one in particular on this search. So I thought that was quite a nice thing. I will be getting new tyres for this. I asked Martin from Martin Dares Makeovers what kind of size, because there are quite a few different types. So thanks Martin for helping out with that. And I'm ordering the repo parts for the canopy and the dashboard / steering wheel and window and etc. So yeah, so first off I'm going to have to tap these rivets because they are quite domed. I think a drill might slip, so I'm going to have to do a bit of sinter punching on that one, maybe with a tiny little drill, and then I'll take these out and see where we go from there. There you go, I'm just filing that flat. I've tried putting the drill on it, but I'm getting nowhere at the moment, so I'm going to see if I can just take it fully off by just filing it gently now. So that's pretty flat. There's only a little bit of like flashing going around the edges there, holding it on, so I'm going to keep going gently and see how it goes. Right, so it looks like I can free these wheels now, these wheel axles. Cool. Keep them, they look really clean actually. The actual wheel hubs. Oops, get that focus. They look really good. I'll just brush the end of the axles just to get them to look silver again. The actual hubs look lovely. So yeah, I won't bother taking that out because it relies on the tension of the actual bar itself to stay in place, and that is so thin I won't be able to get that back in again. So I'll keep that in place, this spring bar, when I strip the paint. But yeah, all ready for the stripper. I left the car in the paint stripping gel overnight, and you can see the silhouette of the car as the paint has begun to come off, so let's see whether it was successful or not. Let's get brush that. It is softened, and a lot of the paint is coming off the side there. That's nice. I think whatever was used to overpaint it on top was a bit thick and tough, so I have to give that a good scrub and maybe a bit more on the paint stripper, and we'll see what it looks like afterwards. Yeah, you can see the interiors coming off quite nicely there, the cream. Right, so for about £8.50 on eBay I managed to get 45 of these you know, brush wire wheel attachments from a Dremel. So I mean, a whole bunch of them there. They look pretty cheap. They might be actually really cheap and fall apart straight away, but we don't know. Thought I'd give it a go. I thought £8.50, you know, with 45 of them, can't go wrong. Now the casting's been in the paint stripper for a week now, and it's hasn't really taken as much off as I thought it would. Obviously the paint on these Dinky Toys is a bit more resilient than the Matchbox or Hot Wheels. So we're going to go over these with a wire wheel like usual, and I'm definitely going to be wearing some goggles and maybe even a mask, because I find these little buggers, when the wires come off, they can get literally stuck in your skin. Like, I've had them stuck in my fingers. Pull them out. So let's get cracking. Right then, so it's all buffed now with the wire wheels. Turned out quite nice, and the wheels actually fared up quite well as well. So quite happy with that. Time for priming. And I'm going to use this that actually came in the post. I wasn't expecting this until the end of July, but it came really early. So I'm going to use some of this Tamiya putty to fill in some of the pitting and oxidation, scarring there. Some of the doors, there's quite a lot on the doors. A bit in the bonnet and there too, and we'll see what that looks like. Alright, so it's all primed and filled, ready for paint. Today I'm using the Hyundai Electric Red spray paint from Halfords, just some car paint. Let's give it a go. A couple of thin coats, make sure it's focused. There we go. Okay, so it's got its top coat on, and it has the clear varnish over the top as well, the lacquer coat. So now I'm going to add the headlights in. It's going to be using some Humbrol enamel. I found in the past this stuff goes on quite nicely over the top, and I'm using, let's have a look, Metal 11. So it's like a silver chromey effect. So hopefully it'll look alright. Alright, so I've finished the headlights and the bumpers and little indicator on the front door handle and the back bumper. That's much easier to do when you don't have a camera in front of you. And I wanted to get that right because it's the first Dinky toy I've restored, so I wanted to make sure that was done well. Now with the seats, I was going to use this like tan kind of colour from Humbrol, some enamel, but I mean it's been in the tin for 10 years now and it's just a big gloopy mess. I've been stirring it now for about 10 minutes and it's just got to that stage, so I'm not going to use that. I've got some Tamiya XF59, which is the desert yellow, and I'm hoping that'll give a good like tanned leather effect. It's a lot thinner than the enamel paint, so I'm going to be careful not to put too much on the brush when I'm painting. Now it is a lot thinner, as you can see the red right through it, but I think with a number of coats that should look okay, so I'm going to keep going with that and I'll get back to you once that stuff's sorted. Right, so I got a replacement windscreen from modelsupplies.co.uk. It's combined with the dashboard and the steering wheel goes in there. Now, it had like a, what looked like a paintbrush hair embedded in it, so I've sanded that out. I've pulled out some tweezers and it left like a groove, so I've sanded that down and I'm going to add some polish. What I've got at the moment is some silver polish that my wife has used in some of her things, so I'm going to apply that, and I'm hoping this is soft enough that it won't scuff it too much. So let's see about applying that. There you go, a little bit there. No, just smear a little bit on. See how this goes. Yeah, it hasn't done too much yet. I mean, it's still far too rough. I originally used one of these cheapo things from Lidl, and it's far too coarse, and it's kind of like melted and really deformed the look of the windscreen there previously. So this hasn't had any real effect yet. So I'm going to have to go back and sand it with some sandpaper there, get it flat again, and hopefully the polish will finish it off. Alright, so it's been a week since I last visited this car, and I'm going to try and fix the windscreen. So I've been waiting for some sanding sticks to come in the post, and I'm going to be using this buffing sponge that people normally use for polishing the nails, but it's also very handy for hobby crafts like this. So step one is the roughest, then it gradually gets finer and finer until you get to the polish and shine. Okay, so now it's assembly time, round 2. So we've got the base with the spring suspension springboard there. So we need to get the axles underneath there. There we go. So now it actually has suspension. Window goes in here. That already looks a lot better. There we go. Slot that in there. And then just the roof canopy. There you go. Okay, so we've stripped the paint. We have smoothed out all of the bumps and scrapes on the bodywork, giving it a brand new paint job, giving it some indicators and lights, and added in the tyres, roof canopy, windshield and steering wheel with dashboard. I really hope you've liked this video. If you did, give it a like, and really do appreciate everyone that's been watching my videos recently. And to everyone that's subscribed of late, thank you so much. Until next time.